Welcome back to Petverse, brave explorers of the hidden wonders of the animal kingdom. I'm Petverse Voyager, and tonight we dim the lights, soften our steps, and ask a question that has fascinated humans for centuries: what do cats see in the dark? If you've ever watched your cat move effortlessly through a pitch-black hallway while you stumble toward a light switch, you might wonder if they possess some kind of supernatural night vision. Are they seeing shadows we can't see? Shapes that don't exist for us? Or is it simply biology performing at its finest? Let's step into the darkness together and uncover the truth. First, let's clear up a myth: cats do not see in absolute, total darkness. If there is zero light, even a cat cannot see. However, what makes them extraordinary is their ability to see in extremely low light levels so dim that for us, the world appears almost completely black. Their eyes are masterpieces of nocturnal adaptation, fine-tuned by evolution for a lifestyle that once revolved around dawn and dusk hunting. Cats are crepuscular creatures, meaning they are most active during twilight hours. In those in-between moments, when the sun dips below the horizon or just begins to rise, light is scarce. Shadows stretch long, and prey animals move cautiously. To thrive in that environment, cats evolved visual systems optimized not for bright daylight, but for the subtle glow of near darkness. One of the key differences lies in the structure of their retinas. The retina contains two types of photoreceptor cells, rods and cones. Cones detect color and function best in bright light, while rods are highly sensitive to light and excel in dim conditions. Humans have a balanced mix, giving us strong color perception and daytime clarity. Cats, however, have a retina dominated by rods. This means they sacrifice some color richness and fine detail in exchange for remarkable sensitivity to faint light. In practical terms, a cat can see in light levels roughly 6 times lower than what a human needs to function comfortably. That's not magic, it's evolutionary engineering. But the marvel doesn't stop there. Behind a cat's retina lies a reflective layer called the tapetum lucidum. If you've ever seen a cat's eyes glow eerily when caught in headlights or a camera flash, you've witnessed this structure in action. The tapetum lucidum acts like a mirror, reflecting light that passes through the retina back into it for a second chance at detection. Imagine reading a dim page with a flashlight, and then having the light bounce back to illuminate the words again. That double exposure dramatically enhances low-light vision. It's one reason cats' eyes seem to shine in the dark: they're literally recycling light. Their pupils also play a dramatic role. A cat's pupils can expand into large, nearly circular openings in low light, allowing as much illumination as possible to flood into the eye. In bright light, those pupils contract into narrow vertical slits, protecting the retina and sharpening depth perception. This extreme flexibility gives cats superior control over how much light enters their eyes, far beyond our own capabilities. But what about clarity? What does the world actually look like to a cat at night, while they see better in dim light? Their visual acuity is lower than ours. Think of it as slightly softer focus. They are more sensitive to motion than to fine detail. In fact, movement is where cats truly excel. Their eyes and brains are wired to detect even the smallest flicker, a rustle in the grass, the twitch of a tail. In the darkness, while we strain to identify shapes, a cat is tuned into motion signatures. This makes sense for a predator whose survival once depended on detecting subtle prey movements under starlight. Color perception is another fascinating element. Cats do see color, but not in the same vivid spectrum that humans do. Their world likely appears more muted, dominated by blues and yellows, with reds and greens less distinguishable. At night, however, color becomes even less relevant. In dim light, rod cells take over, and rods do not detect color. So the nocturnal world of a cat is probably a landscape of soft grays, cool blues, and high-contrast shadows, alive with motion and depth rather than vibrant hues. And vision is only part of the story. When we ask what cats see in the dark, we must remember they don't rely on sight alone. Their whiskers detect subtle air currents. Their hearing captures high-frequency sounds we cannot perceive. Their sense of smell fills in invisible details. In near darkness, these senses integrate seamlessly. The cat is not just seeing the room, it is mapping it through a symphony of sensory inputs. Darkness for a cat is not emptiness, it is layered with information. So the next time you watch your cat pause in a darkened doorway, eyes wide, body still, consider what might be unfolding in their perception. They are not seeing ghosts or imaginary creatures. They are navigating a finely textured world of dim light. Reflected photons, minute movements, and sensory echoes. Where we encounter uncertainty, they encounter opportunity. Their vision is not about conquering darkness completely, but about mastering the margins of light where life once depended on precision and patience. Here on Petverse, we celebrate these extraordinary adaptations not as mystical powers, but as reminders of how beautifully evolution shapes each species for its unique path. I'm Petverse Voyager. And as we turn the lights back on tonight, I invite you to appreciate the quiet brilliance of your feline companion. In the hush of evening, when the world grows still and shadows stretch long, your cat is not blind to the dark, they are fluent in it. Until our next journey into the wonders of the animal world, stay curious, and keep exploring.